Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yolking Around. Oh, yeah. I'm not doing episodes anymore. Like, I'm
I heard you.
Yeah.
I watch your shit.
Yeah.
I'm a good girlfriend.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I don't know.
No, that's probably for the best. It's going to get annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, what's the fucking point?
Yeah. If we're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
We're just... we're probably going to have a lot of conversations, which that means a lot of podcasts for us. So that's going to be great.
Well, yeah, I haven't been here in a minute.
Yeah.
And actually a lot of minutes and thousands of minutes.
And you haven't been here in the States.
Yeah.
You went to Mexico.
Yeah, I went to Mexico for a whole month.
Yeah, that was
went to go
rough.
see some fam, my grandpa. And then after that, I came back for a few days to my hometown. And then I went to Vegas that same weekend.
You stopped that I came, and I was just like, what the fuck? My mind went somewhere else.
I gotta lean with that.
Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah. So I went to Vegas that same weekend that I got back. And I spent the weekend in Vegas. And then I got back. And then I started packing to move to Denver, which we are now.
And
I've just been living out of a suitcase for the past 6 weeks.
Tell me a little bit about Mexico. What kind of experiences do you have over there?
I mean, to be honest, it wasn't very eventful. I was just there with my grandpa in his house, just trying to take care of him. He's just getting older.
Yeah.
So he needs someone there 24/7 with him.
Doing the senior living thing.
Kind of, yeah, pretty much.
Do they have a lot of help like that in Mexico?
Not really.
I feel like here in the States, it's like better developed, the whole in-house living type of thing. And I don't know if that's as developed over there in Mexico.
No, and I think the reason for that is because there's some shame into it, I feel like. At least from my perspective here, living here and talking to people of Mexican culture, I can't speak for other cultures, but when people put their parents or their grandparents into a home.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh, why wouldn't you take care of them yourself, I feel like that's very embedded in Mexican culture. Like, you have to take care of your own.
Of the sick.
Yeah.
Of your kids, It's very, warm in a way.
Right. Which I think has been very embedded in myself, because even I have said that if my parents ever need help, I would rather them live with me than with strangers. But it's a good choice for people who actually need the help,
Yeah.
I'm not judging. It's your personal choice.
Yeah, I mean, in every case is different.
Yeah.
There's especially how things are nowadays. You have like a, 50-year-old taking care of a 70 or 80-year-old,
right.
So it's just like he needs someone to start taking care of him even. So sometimes it's just very, very hard.
Circumstantial.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it's easier for them too, because my grandparents had a lot of kids, so they have a lot of people that can help. They have 15 kids.
Yeah, and that was kind of the mentality too.
Yeah.
No, it's the abundance is gonna be like, well, I need someone to. It's like that was the way of investment. No.
Yes. Plus, you couldn't really do much about it. Birth control wasn't readily available.
Oh yeah, that was also another thing. Yeah, the birth control, or was frowned upon even too. Yeah.
And actually, my mom tells me stories that my grandma, after she was older, she would tell my mom and her sisters to get on birth control because they didn't want her. She didn't want them to go through the same shit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That takes a drain on your body, man, being pregnant.
Well, and then 15, 16 times. I mean, these pregnancies that are completely out of whack.
Yeah.
In my opinion, in today's, every culture is different, even my culture. But to me, it's just kind of crazy to be able to, just because of the economic circumstances that we're on.
Yeah.
It's just hard to raise 16, 15 kids.
Right. But like you said, in Mexico, it is kind of like an investment. Your
kids
are your
investment. It's still very much seen as that. Yeah, sort of like an investment thing that, I mean, what else could you do? There was no other way of securing your future.
Even still, there's a lot of poverty there. I see kids from the ages of 5 working their asses off. I'm like, I feel so bad. They're deprived of a childhood.
Yeah, it's crazy how this whole notion of child labor only applies to the U.S. and it's sort of forbidden in the U.S. and then every other third world country is completely fine with it. To the government just being okay with kids risking their fucking lives, and not just to say that this happens in the U.S. too. This happens in the U.S. very much so. I would say that at a smaller scale,
right?
But it does happen in the U.S. This whole fucking child labor thing. My brother, he went to New Orleans, and he said that there was kids out there, playing on buckets from starting at 6 at night up to however late, and the places closed like at 6 a.m. So from 6 p.m. to like whatever, and it's fucked up.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
Like, I respect their hustle, but they shouldn't be hustling.
No,
like that age. It's so sad.
And this is happening right underneath our fucking noses. Right underneath our noses. We are just so fucking invested in our lives, ourselves, our worlds, which, I just want to say it happens, it's hard not to step outside, but you have to, every so often you have to step outside and be aware of what the fuck is happening right underneath our noses, you know.
Always be grateful for what you have too.
At least do the good citizen level of investment, that you might not, if you don't want to know about what's happening in Michigan, what's happening in California, whatever. But at least locally, be aware of what's happening too. True. Because if you can dominate your state in the way that you want and put legislation in there, people that do the things that they're supposed to, then we'll see a better Colorado.
Yeah, that's how
New
widespread
Mexico. You know what I mean?
Happens.
Yeah, like I feel like sometimes we forget, and unfortunately I can't vote. I can't vote. People have actually told me, "Hey, have you been registered to vote here in Denver ever since I moved?" Mm-hmm. But it's like, everybody's like asking me, and I'm like, man, I really wish I could vote. I would like to be part of the cause of, being invested in moving your state even to a better future, to a better reglamento. I don't know, like laws, laws surrounding it at least.
I personally feel like it's my duty to vote. First of all,
it is though, yeah.
Being a woman, women's suffrage, all the shit that they went through, plus people who are in your shoes, I feel like I'm voting for you guys too, Yeah. For people who don't have a voice. And there's so many people that still
as a Latina,
Yeah, that people don't take the initiative. They don't see how important it is to vote, even during like midterms or local elections. Yeah. They don't think it matters.
No, it fucking does, though. It really fucking does. That's how you keep idiots, that keep ruining the country at a state level.
Right.
At a state level, they're like these fucking leeches that are taking everything, and we're not aware because we don't know what the fuck we're voting for.
Yeah.
Half the time.
I just thought of a movie that my mom and I watched recently. I can't remember the name of it right now. Oh, it's called Best of Enemies or something like that. Uh-huh. But it's about the 70s when there was still segregation in schools, whites and blacks, and how they wanted to integrate the schools because what happened was there was a black school. What happened was a black school, there was a fire. So basically the whole building was completely incinerated. Okay. So they didn't have anywhere else to take the kids to school.
Oh, okay. I know where this is going.
And now they had to vote on whether or not they could integrate black and white children together. Oh, shit. And it came down to one vote.
Jim Crow law type of shit.
Yeah.
Separate but equal.
Mm-hmm. That's some fucking bullshit.
That was just, yeah. It still is ridiculous, you know.
It just feels like they're fighting the same fight still.
Yeah. It's like that I said in that last podcast. It's like this fucking scar that we keep opening throughout the ages, you know, decades. There's something major that happens. It almost seems like. Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. Moving on, I guess.
That was a little intense.
Yeah, that was a little too dramatic. I need to like chill the fuck out.
Oh yeah, you want to puff on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna puff on this.
Joe Rogan style.
Yeah.
I got this Zippo lighter in Mexico. It's kind of cheesy, but I liked it. I had to get it.
It is very cheesy. It's like a happy face. And it's kind of like a crooked happy face. It's not quite, which is very artisanal. Yeah, but it is very artisanal that it's not perfect, you know.
I remember when...
And like a weed plant in the back.
I bought that place. I bought that at a place called Tepatitlan. I went there with my mom and my aunt.
Guadalajara? Or?
No, it's like about half an hour away from where my family is from, which is Acatic, Jalisco. But Acatic is like an hour away from Guadalajara. But I bought it in like a little marketplace. And I saw it one week. And then I was like, oh, I want to buy this, but I don't want my mom to see me buying this shit because she doesn't know anything about that shit. And then I was like, okay, whatever. So I left. And then a week later, we went again. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to get it. So my mom was downstairs, and I went upstairs to where the marketplace was, and I got it. I was like, I need this.
Nice.
It was still there. I was surprised. How's that hidden?
It's hitting good.
Yeah?
They're a little hard to start, but...
That's a fat little cigar there.
There it is.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was having a little trouble with the
lighter?
There it is. It's on. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I actually was thinking about getting a Zippo.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
We're somehow in sync in a lot of ways.
Some way,
Today, I wore this shirt. It says, show empathy. Or choose empathy.
Choose empathy, yeah.
And he didn't even see the shirt. And then
I fucking didn't even read the goddamn shirt. And literally, I'm wearing something that says empathy.
Yeah.
Empathy. It's great to have empathy. But, look at me talking about empathy with a fucking cigar. And, no, but empathy is really cool. But lately, I've been thinking that it's not even about just empathy. It's more about compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like compassion is part of that umbrella of love.
Yeah.
That kind of has empathy within it, you know. And sometimes it's not just about empathy or being or feeling like what kind of pain you might be going through and putting yourself in those shoes. Because sometimes that pain, you don't need that pain.
Yeah.
You know, you could just understand.
Yeah.
You know, and be compassionate.
And try to help if you can.
Exactly.
If possible.
Because it could get really toxic.
Right.
It could get really toxic.
It could be in little ways, too. Like letting someone get ahead of you in line if they're in a rush. Little things like that. It's your way of showing love to strangers. That's what I think of it. Yeah. Yeah. Especially like you were saying yesterday when you were trying to come into the door. Oh, yeah.
You met these people that looked like they were in a hurry.
Yeah.
You were empathetic and compassionate at the same time. You were like, hey, you can go. I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah.
You know, it's those little things that start with us and we, like a virus, they need to spread, you know, so that everybody is good to each other in a way.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, lately I've been thinking about empathy, and I'm just like, you know what, more than empathy, because empathy can get really tricky sometimes. It's more about compassion, having that compassion for your fellow, because compassion involves, you know, being respectful, you know, being a good citizen in a way, being a good neighbor, you know.
All the good parts of being a human.
Exactly.
Which I think if you lack compassion, you lack humanity.
Very much so. I mean, we do have people that are very rich that are, it's uncompassionate, you know, because everything else is going to shit. And here we are trying to fucking go to the moon, you know.
Let's fix the planet first, please. Which, I mean, maybe it's too late, honestly. Which is why I even question having kids ever. Like, why... I don't want to subject them to that kind of shit.
Well, apparently, my brother was telling me that in... I think it's in New York. I'm not sure. But there's a Doom's clock.
Oh.
Doom's World Clock or something like that. And apparently what it is... And don't quote me on this, like I said. This is kind of what my brother told me.
Yeah.
And kind of, I knew about it, but I didn't know what it stood for. Well, I kind of did, but didn't, you know. Basically, this doom clock, if it runs out, it's going like in a backwards count. Once it runs out, if we haven't fixed Earth by then it's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah.
New York is fucked right now. Do you know what's happened over there?
No, what's the most recent?
Flood. They're flooded so bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
what?
There's a big...
It's been raining like a bitch lately. Like, hurricanes are crazy, man.
Yeah, in Florida, too. Do you hear what happened in Florida with the building?
Yeah, that was just...
That's scary.
That was just very distasteful.
Yeah, but I saw this video about New York, and the subway
Very
was
sad.
Almost completely flooded. And people were still trying to get home. Like, through the subway.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the subways, you can't fucking go. Even celebrities have to take the subway. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Yeah, in New York, you have to fucking take the subway.
Yeah.
Just because it's just easier.
Fuck.
So they're going through that shit right now?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. And then Canada, too? Did you hear about Canada?
Something environmental or?
Yeah. So in Canada, they reached the highest temperatures.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that.
And they kept rising. Like, I think it was like 101, and then it went to like 100 and some, like 5 or 3 or something like that.
Yeah,
so
people are even dying. Huh?
Yeah, because they're in British Columbia, Canada. People are not used to the heat, so houses are built to conserve heat. Insulation.
Yeah.
And people are dying because there's just no ventilation or the proper cooling systems, I guess, in the houses, and people are just dying, just passing out, just passing the fuck out.
All this shit makes me feel defeated. It's like we can't even do something very impactful, whereas people who have money, they have the ability, the resources to make something impactful happen.
Yeah. It's because what it is, it almost seems like no matter how bad people are, the people with power know how to hold power too. Yeah. They're very smart.
They're gonna guess what? Y'all are gonna die too. So what
are
you guys gonna take?
Yeah, and it's just little dick energy. Really. Yeah, it's little dick energy. It's pride.
Yeah,
it's pride in saying no. I'm gonna be the greatest. They have this, I don't know, like very narcissistic in my opinion.
Yeah,
really. And I mean, to each their own, but. Just being able to do a bigger impact in life, in society as a whole. I feel like that's a bigger imprint, than just your wants.
Yeah.
In a way.
Karma's real. It'll catch up to them.
Something must give. Something must give. And I mean, everything. I feel like we're just accelerating it. We're just with everything, and I don't know. It's sad to think about.
It's hopelessness.
It is that feeling. It is that feeling sometimes, because you just don't have the ability to change it. You feel defeated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
and people don't seem to change, or people don't seem to want to be involved or do something about it either.
That too.
It's just like, and all it is information, people.
Yeah, educate yourself.
Educate your fucking self.
And actually, you need to educate me on that new software update you were talking about.
Oh, yes. And I wanted to transition to that, to iPhone's new 14.6 update.
Yeah, it's just a preface. I don't really update my phone.
Yeah, you're
and he always harps on me on that. You can update it and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'll get to it. I always put, like, update, remind me tomorrow, and it never comes. But I actually got the newest software update. So tell me about it. Well,
to back up a little bit on updates, I feel like if you don't have to update your phone, don't do it.
How do you know if you have to update it or not?
If it starts fucking up on you.
Oh.
Because there is something called, what's it called? It's like a premeditated decayance of a device. So basically, like, why is it that like an older vacuum or an older washer machine lasts longer than one of the newer ones nowadays?
Oh, that's true.
And then the new one completely takes a shit right before it's like right before the guarantee is completely shot, right? So this notion is known as appliance obsoletism.
Okay.
Yeah. And I might be just making that up.
Sounds real.
I've heard it somewhere. I think I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Or translated in my head, because I heard this in Spanish. But yeah, appliance obsoletism. Well, if that's even a thing. Mm-hmm. But basically, yeah, it's premeditated. And companies, they make appliances so that you have to keep buying, because it's just not economical.
Yeah, they have to make
it's not
money
economical
still.
For them, because they're trying to make more
stay
money.
In business.
Exactly. So there's been a lot of issues with that. Phones are doing it, cars are doing it, appliances are doing it, anything, because they just want you to be consuming.
Right.
And that obviously affects the planet, because we're using more raw goods, raw materials, putting more plastic into the system.
Capitalism.
Yeah. Capitalism acts as if there's no as if we have a forever Earth.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing with capitalism. It acts like
actually, that's a good way of putting it.
Forever resources. You know, like no, just make something that it'll last. You know, you're still making things. You're still rich. It's just this overabundance of bullshit that we don't need, that rots away in fucking storage units. But coming back to the iPhone thing, so that's why I'm like, you got to be careful what you update and how you update, you know, because not all updates are good. Some of them are set to fuck up your phone on purpose.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's why they're going on these lawsuits. But anyways, that aside, the reason why what I noticed about this 14.6 update is that it asks you for, in every app, it asks you, are they allowed to use your information? Okay.
Yeah.
And you can hit allow, and you can hit deny.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this in quotes, you know, because who knows how actual it is, you know. But the whole reason why they're asking electronic companies that use applications and such, cellular devices, and anything that involves big data, basically, is because they're creating algorithms that are meant to sell you something, right? Because of capitalism again.
Right.
So people are not aware. You know, they're not aware that they're using this information about them to offer them services or to offer them things that they don't necessarily need, but just because it's on the
update,
on the, not the update, but on the way you use your phone, the things that you kind of look up, you know, they just kind of recollect this information and kind of start making you into this mold of thing, you know, so without asking you, you know what I mean? Because the problem becomes, do you really need those shoes? Do you really need that shirt? Do you really need that? You know, did they sell you a lot of shit just because they're always putting it in front of you? You know what I mean? Things that you really don't need. If you really are, you know, thinking in a very, what's a good word? Frugal, just minimalistic, I guess, minimalistic approach. You know, it's okay to have, but how much is okay to have? You know, like, you don't really need those shoes if you still haven't used this ones, you know, kind of thing. So they're using this information to create sort of a mold of who you are so that they can attend to your needs.
Yeah, make your recommendations of stuff to buy.
Exactly. But it all, and they've been doing this, not only with what to sell you, but what political party you're leaning towards. And so they're building,
everything.
They're building everything, right, for you and out of your data. Yeah. And it's unethical, really. It's kind of unethical.
Wait, so I'm confused. What's the update?
That the update is them patching that ethic thing that's happening.
And allowing you to deny that?
Allowing you to deny applications to use the services for.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. If it's actually...
That's why I went in quotations, you know, to see if it actually is doing it, you know, because by selecting no to the update, or to them allowing to track you,
it shouldn't be recommended.
Exactly, shouldn't be
similar
harassing you with this bullshit.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Exactly.
If it's real.
If it fucking works, you know.
I'm testing it out. Today I was just denying it because I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, no, don't allow. I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
It's basically like, hey, the government's, we fucked up. The government's telling us to fucking be ethical about how we present products, and not just steal your data. Because this is the thing, and I heard these are not my ideas. Obviously, I heard them from a different person. You know, people that study this shit. The thing about it is that if Facebook, or if Instagram, or if Twitter, well, I don't know if Twitter, but any site that can sell you something, you know, was gonna use your data, they should give you a check. They should send you a check, because they're using your data without you knowing to put an umbrella of people, you know, creating algorithms of people, patterns. You know, they're not paying you.
No.
but they're using you.
Of course.
You're being human. They're using you as human capital to sell you a product that then will benefit them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
That's
exactly what you
that's the part that is not ethical at all. Like, they're using you,
Yeah.
and then you're unaware because, first of all, a lot of people are not uninformed about technology. Second of all, because a lot of people just don't care, you know, or aren't just they just don't care, and they don't see the how dangerous this could be. Yeah. Because like, I'm just buying stuff. I got the money. It's not that you have the money or that you're buying stuff. It's that you're consuming. It's that thing that you're consuming that's also affecting everything exterior around you.
So now they're giving you the choice.
Exactly. Allegedly.
Pro-choice.
Allegedly, that they're giving you a choice now. That you don't want data like Facebook, Instagram, whatever, Snapchat. I don't fucking know. Probably everything nowadays. Tracking your hold on, let me open this. Tracking your data.
So are you gonna start declining?
Oh yeah, no, I started declining right away. Oh yeah, 100%.
There you go.
Yeah, 100%. I was like, whoa, this is serious. This is something to talk about. This is something that you guys should know.
Yeah, so they've been in a lawsuit.
And if I didn't explain it right, maybe I fucked it up. You know, the way I was explaining. Look into it. You know, at least look into it. I'm here to create that little itch on you. That little, you know, thing to question yourself in that sense, you know, of what's going on and why things are happening, because everything happens for a fucking reason.
True.
You're like, well, you're a fucking idiot, you know, you didn't say that okay, now the doubt is in your fucking head. It's on you, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just here planting seeds, you know, and of things that I find interesting, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, so just disclaimer, you know, so don't come
That's
at
like
me.
every podcast. Just disclaimer.
Disclaimer, you know.
We're human.
Disclaimer.
We're gonna fuck up maybe sometimes. It's
Yeah.
okay.
So anyways, yeah, that's basically the whole ordeal, I think, with the 14.6 update, if you didn't know.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I bet people have been saying allow without even know what it is.
Yeah. That's why now Google asks you, do you want Google to use your location while just using this app? Yeah.
See, I like that.
Exactly. That's because all these companies have gone away with it.
Damn.
Have gone away with it for years.
They've been in trouble then. They've been in deep water.
Yeah, exactly. They're finding that they're manipulating elections. You know, they're doing all of this, and this happened since I believe Barack Obama. Even they've already like had tampered with this type of leaning people to a certain way or tapering people based on their biases and this creating algorithms that affect their.
I think when it comes to politics, it gets especially effed up.
A lot of it. That's why people fucking hate their neighbors. People hate their fucking cousins because they've created a lot of fake fucking information.
Yeah.
They've made bipartisanism like a fucking gang war almost. You know what I mean? Instead of being this patriotic notion. Happy 4th of July, actually.
I don't celebrate 4th of July
Happy
anymore,
4th of July. Yeah. We're living here. We're
pro-choice. If you choose to celebrate, that's on you, but I don't celebrate it.
I think patriotism is not necessarily the greatest thing, because it's like, why would you be that prideful over something? You know, pride is very dangerous. But I'm at least acknowledging that there was a group of, you know, people back in the day that decided to rebel against whatever was happening. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't feel proud of this country right now, which is why I don't.
Yeah, and that also applies really good. You know, like if you are not feeling it that year, like, you know what, we're not the most patriotic as a nation. I don't feel that.
Yeah.
You know, then don't. Yeah. Not celebrating this. Yeah. I had a great 4th of July though.
Yeah, you want to talk about it?
We can. Yeah, I can talk about it. I spent it with Cruz and my brother. And Cruz's family, and a doggy. And a doggy. I love that dog. Poor thing was so scared.
She has the best name in the entire world.
Yeah, her name is Diana. Yeah. She's such a big baby. She's huge, so strong. I think I kind of fell in love with her.
That's cute.
She's a big dog, you know, just lovable, and and she was all scared because of the fireworks.
It's so sad.
Fireworks are just one of those things that it's just like they're cool, but
Yeah.
at the same time it's just like, goddamn, poor dogs.
I mean, when you weigh the pros and the cons of it, like the pro, it's pretty. Cons gives people backflashes, the veterans backflashes with their PTSD.
That's true.
Air
that's
pollution. True. The dogs get scared and run away. Not even just dogs, all animals. They get scared and run away.
Yeah. You think birds have a hard time
Yes.
with that shit? Birds flying, do you think it fucks up their
Yes.
course or something?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me sad. It's just like one of those things like, okay, it's cool, but like, is it really worth it? Is it? Why hasn't anyone come up with anything electronic like that? Like
drone shows?
Yeah.
Well, they got something like that, but I don't think I think people just like see shit blow up. Like there was
the American way.
Yeah, that's part of the whole American way.
Destructive.
Right? But the funny thing about this is that, well, not funny, but I saw a funny thing about this. They were testing fireworks to see the dangers, right? And so they got this mannequin, like this mannequin of a kid with like two fucking types of fireworks. My brother knows the name of them. I fucking can't remember. Some knackers, or I don't fucking know what they're called. They got weird names. But they have this mannequin, like the ones you see like at Old Navy and shit, holding two fireworks. Like they like tape them to his hand. And then they let them blow up. And the funny thing about this is like, this is what the boys behind it, the guy behind it, talking about what's about to happen. And he's like, this is what happens when you let a kid hold two knacker, you know,
titty
twister fireworks. And then it's just like 3, 2, poof, and then the hands fucking blow up. Yeah, the hands fucking blow up.
Oh Lord.
It's just like, see, and it's just like, what the fuck, man? Who would fucking? But it's kind of true. It is true, you know. It's just crazy. It's just funny, you know.
Yeah.
If it's a mannequin, obviously. It's a fucking mannequin, but it's just funny.
Yeah, good clarification.
Yeah. If it's a mannequin, obviously, I don't want kids blowing up.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I don't know how popular fireworks are in other cultures. I'm curious.
Aren't they very famous in Asia? I think they're. I'm
sure they are.
I think
they were invented in China.
Yeah, they were invented in China.
Yeah. Good shit.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How was your 4th of July? What'd you do?
It was wait, was it Sunday?
I also ate a lot. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
I also ate a lot, dude.
Hot dogs?
Fucking ate a lot.
What did you eat?
Hot dogs, yes. Yeah. Hot dogs. I had a lot of dogs in my mouth. A lot of wieners in my mouth.
Oh Lord. It was a Sunday, right? So
yeah,
I was still in Vegas. I was in Vegas until Monday. It was very casual, just day drinking and napping, and then at night, what did we do at night? Oh, we went to dinner, and then we went out dancing, but it was very low key.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Like I felt like it was a normal Sunday.
Were you in Vegas?
Is what I'm trying. Yeah, I was in Vegas.
You were in Vegas, right?
Yeah, I was having dinner and I heard some fireworks go off, but weren't that many actually.
People were going crazy here. Like the neighbors were fucking going to Nebraska, and like I heard a lot of people going like to like Wyoming. Fireworks. Yeah.
People are crazy.
And getting like $800, a fucking stimulus check on fucking fireworks. Holy fuck.
Have you ever been 4th of July or have you ever been in California during 4th of July?
I've never been to California.
Oh, at all?
At all.
Oh, shit. Well, we have to make a trip, but not 4th of July, because I've been there, I think, at least twice for 4th of July. And it was horrible. Like,
really?
All night fireworks on the streets. You can't even go anywhere.
Oh, honey, those were gunshots.
I mean, you can't even tell where they are.
Those were gunshots.
Yeah. Oh, sweetie, hate to tell you this.
Was it L.A.?
Close to Santa Ana.
Did it rhyme with Skid Row?
No. But yeah, I don't think I'd go to for 4th of July ever again.
Not in Cali. Mm-mm. No, like good old Calabasas, up with the Jenners.
Oh Lord.
What the fuck do you think they do for 4th of July? Do you know?
I have no idea. I don't keep up with.
I don't keep up with these crazy fucking American parties, right? They have to.
Yeah, they always go all out for anything.
Kim probably wears like this fucking bra that has
American
flag on it, you know.
I don't know.
She's not with Kanye anymore, right?
No, they're getting a divorce.
That thing.
I don't know why, but
I don't know. They've kept their shit. I don't know. Maybe it's pretty obvious. I think maybe Kim is tired of his shit, man.
maybe. I don't know. I personally don't like Kanye West.
That's out there. That's out there for everyone.
I do not retract that statement.
No. I think I like his music. I like a lot of his music. Even his gospel album, I like. You know, just a lot of the things and a lot of the, just the energy that he sometimes, you know, puts out into just interviews or just real life. It's just very. I feel like it's
heavy, negative energy.
Yeah, it's very narcissistic.
Yes, exactly.
You know? And you know, he is a genius. I'm not gonna lie. There is a part of him that is a genius. You know, we making clothing and making music.
Yeah.
But
I just can't listen to his music without thinking of what an idiot he is.
Yeah. We were actually talking about that, separating the art from the artist, right?
Yeah, it's hard for me.
Yeah, I've I don't know. I've made peace with it. I think if something's out there for you to see by a person, for you to see, and if that's their expression, whatever it might be, horrible,
yeah,
good. It's their way of art, you know. And if you like that art, then just doesn't fucking matter, you know. To me, it doesn't. What the fuck the artist did.
Yeah.
I don't care, you know, because I separate the art from the artist, you know. So
I can't.
I it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, definitely hard. I think that if you're a creator, like an artist of some sort, like you leave the poems that nobody will ever see to yourself, you know, and that is yours. That is not anybody's. You know, that's your art. But the minute that you decide to share it, that's for somebody. You know, that's for everyone to see, to express.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if you're a true artist, you won't really care about the opinions of others.
That's true, yeah.
Like T-Pain was saying last night on that show we were watching on
Netflix.
Yeah. What was it called?
This is Pop.
This is Pop.
This is Pop.
Yeah, he was saying
very recommended, guys.
When he first started using autotune, he got a lot of hate. So he went through this long period of, even he got shit on by, who was it?
Usher.
Yeah.
Went straight up to him and told him, hey.
In a plane, yeah.
Yeah, in a plane. And said, hey,
you're ruining music.
You basically fucked up music.
Yeah.
You fucked up music.
You fucked up music for real artists. Something along those lines is what he said. I'm like, fuck, that's rough. And so he went through a period of just pure hatred.
Like
and then after
depression,
he was
or something
depressed,
like that?
yeah.
Yep.
And he was saying something about how he just makes music for himself now and he doesn't care what other people think. But he had some redemption eventually.
Yeah. Oh, because he did that like NPR show.
Yeah, Tiny Desk.
Yeah. And he performed with no auto-tune.
And he could,
just
quote unquote, sing. And he got offended.
Yeah.
That people were saying that.
Yeah, people were blowing him up in Twitter and saying that, oh my God, I'm so shocked. You know, and that pissed him off too, because like, what the fuck, people? Obviously, the dude can do something, you know. You can't tell me that you at least don't like a T-Pain song.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I mean? Especially if you grew up in the fucking 90s, 2000s. Yeah. You know, like, come on, don't fucking bullshit me. Tell me, you know,
even
you
Gen
like,
Z knows that. Gen Z knows that song.
I mean, they're good songs.
Yeah.
And they were, because he was the not introduction of autotune to the music, but the introduction to autotune to the hip hop industry. You know, in a way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, his story is very cool, actually.
Yeah.
And
he's a funny guy.
he's a great guy.
See, those are the type of artists that I like supporting, when I can tell that they're genuine and they're just good people, down to earth. Which kind of reminds me of this artist named Doja Cat, who just came out with an album, which I was actually going to recommend for this podcast. For the
What's Your Bop?
Yeah. Okay. Which I can talk about a little more later. But I just feel like she's one of the most genuine artists out there right now. She is...
How so? Or... Because I haven't seen interviews of her, so I don't really... I've heard a lot of her songs, but I don't know who she is as a person.
She just has no filter. She's just unapologetically her. I watch her gaming channel, too. She games, and she's so funny.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I feel like seeing an artist, quote unquote, this sounds fucked up, but like be a real person, see them as doing other things besides their art, it allows you to see them more
vulnerable in a way.
more vulnerable. That's the word I'm looking for, and more authentic almost. So it makes me appreciate her art even more.
Well, and that's what a lot of artists want, right? They want to be known as, hey, dude, I'm a fucking human, just like you.
Yeah.
Like, don't hold me to these high fucking expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, people hold artists like, no, you have to be this perfect image, cookie cutter image.
Yeah.
It's like, no, motherfucker, give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
I'm a human. I just happen to be, expressive and talented and fucking, making art.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break.
And I think TikTok has facilitated the ability for artists to seem more down to earth. For example, I follow Lil Nas on TikTok, and sometimes I forget that he's an artist, and he just cracks these jokes, and he's so funny. He's a cool guy too.
Yeah, I mean TikTok aside of being invasive, it also because how invasive it is, it allows you to connect with people.
Yeah.
I feel like kids are connecting.
It's
because
about connection.
Yeah. That's why it's been working.
Yeah.
That's why it works, because people just want to be connected to. They just want to know people.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're their friend and not just their fan.
Exactly, and then everybody just creates these followings of just people that they find talented. I mean, there's a lot of shit in TikTok too. There's a lot of stupid shit on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I like TikTok, certain parts of it. I hate a lot of it. I'd say I don't know, it's like 50-50 nowadays. I feel like there's creations of everything, there's, stupid shit.
And there's a niche for everything.
Yeah, and there is. I mean, it's just what you want to get involved in, what you find cool, I guess. You know?
I follow a lot of cooking people or cooking profiles.
I feel like it has also a lot of people in different industries, not necessarily like professional dancers or professional singers, but people from different industries, even in the construction world, in the blue collar labor work. And it has given us insight and depth into who they are, what their day to day is, what is true, what is not, trying to help too, because a lot of them are trying to help. And it's just like I said, it's facilitating that connection, and that's a pro. That's a pro for technology. TikTok, and they're still doing a lot of shit. That it's not. I don't think it's correct. But they also recently, actually talking about TikTok, recently they erased like a bunch of accounts because 13-year-olds were creating fake accounts. Or not fake accounts, but if a 13-year-old, or if they could detect that a 13-year-old had an account, they completely banned them. But I mean, it's not like being at 14, you've changed much. It's not like a great jump. But I mean, it's them kind of trying to patch this whole, there's a lot of bullshit there, like girls shaking their ass, literally butt naked, and little girls.
There's a lot of child predators on TikTok too.
And I want to get into that actually.
Yeah.
I have it's about to get heavy.
It's
here.
heavy.
It's about to get heavy here in a second. So be ready.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. So if you want, you can skip this part, but it's gonna be this next topic that I want to talk about is pretty intense. Recently I found out that and I sent you this article.
I read the whole thing.
Yeah. BBC, this I think it's like a British company that creates articles and makes articles, and it's kind of like the New York Post and all that. Not too long ago came out with an article, I think it was like May, about OnlyFans, right? And a lot of people, even at work, older generations don't know what the fuck OnlyFans is. OnlyFans is this website that was generated so that you create tailored content for people for a quantity of money, right?
And it could be anything. It's not just purely sexual.
No. Pandemic hit, and then it sort of bloomed, right? This whole necessity of money.
Yeah, like I lost my job, let me sell some foot pics.
Exactly. And it starts like that, and it starts very minimal. a lot of the times, and then because of the money, I guess, the attention, it goes to something pornographic, something for adults. And this has expanded a lot. It's I don't know how many millions of people are on TikTok now. Not TikTok, OnlyFans. And recently I found out that a lot of people have been either what's the word, they've been making content of children in sexual situations. And the reason I bring this up, because everybody sees as OnlyFans as just this way of making some coin, this hustling, right? This mentality.
Yeah, there's a lot of positivity or positive things that are being said to people who have OnlyFans, like, "Oh, you go, girl," and this and that. But this is like the ugly side of it.
This is the ugly side of it, and I don't know if people would want to support this, because there is child pornography out there,
and there's kids that are making their own, from what I read from the article.
Yes, or being groomed into that, or there's a lot of situations that this article talks about how some of these kids went missing. And all of a sudden they started appearing, making content of sexual illicit taste for adults. And I read this. The images there are kind of intense too,
Oh, they have pictures?
Yeah, they had.
I didn't see the pictures.
No, not pictures. Obviously not pictures, but they had. I kept investigating. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I kept investigating, and then, different stories. They get crazy, and I can't believe this is happening right underneath our noses.
So sad. And then supposedly OnlyFans has an age verification.
Oh yes.
Filter. I don't know what else to call it.
It's like a thing that basically, you hold your ID, and the camera has this sort of like face recognition thing to see if you match the person in your ID, right? And these kids, because of the money, because of the attention, because of all the toxic things that this app creates, because they're toxic. You can tell me that they're good. They're toxic.
Yeah.
Use fake IDs. I think this girl was like 13, and then she used one of her sisters or mom's ID. That was like
her passport.
Passport.
Her sister's passport.
That was like 26 or something like that, and was able to create an account, like easily bypassed it. And this is the people at BBC doing this investigations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I investigated even more. And it is true, man. It's happening. They ain't no bullshit, Some of the stories, even the stories within that article, are pretty graphic, I would say. They're not easy to digest.
No, it took me a minute to get through it.
And this is happening right underneath our nose, And it's something that needs to be said. And I felt like this week, I was shook. I was really shook about this, that this is happening. Because, you hear insinuations of, TikTok doing these things with children, and then and it's funny that you haven't heard of this article either. It's at least I hadn't heard it till a few days ago, and it's just very sad that this is happening. So, be careful, take care of your kids, be respectful.
Watch what your kids are doing on their tablet, on their phone. I don't care if they see it as an invasion of their privacy. I don't care. Like, it's a way of protecting your kid.
Yeah. It's just crazy what. Oh, man.
Just has a lot of it to do with the over-sexualization of society in general.
Yeah. It's something. It was something this week. I think I read this Sunday night, and then Monday at work I was just like, I can't.
Fuck this. I can't.
It's just, this is happening, man. This is happening right underneath our noses, because I know a lot of people talk about these amazing quantities of money that they make on OnlyFans, and on the back end, this is happening, right underneath our noses using that platform. So, I understand that there's an aspect of women liberation, and it's just it's just tough, you know, to come into a consensus with all of it, you know, without without having all the details, without having all the things. But
yeah, they're still investigating. Huh?
Yeah. But I mean, I think it's very obvious, you know. To me, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that
you know?
shit's everywhere. Not
that's
even
like
just OnlyFans.
undercoding it, you
just
know.
every possible app that you could think of. I'm sure there's some shit like that going down.
Yeah. Well, and then there's markets going on through these fans. That's the thing. There's fucking markets of kids, you know, being forced to do these horrible things, man.
Yeah. And some of these kids are doing it willingly. Didn't they talk about a couple? One was 15 and the other one was like 17 or something like that. Yeah. And they're like, oh, like they're telling the friends like, oh, it's an easy way to make money, blah blah blah. But no, it's not an easy way to make money.
Yeah, they were talking about how
it has consequences.
I think this 17-year-old was like, I don't need to go to school. I'll just be an OnlyFans girl. Which, you know, I don't know how to take that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how to take that. Let's move on. Let me tell you this crazy story that happened, okay, for 4th of July, before 4th of July, okay. So Cruz and I went to church to dance, this nightclub here in Denver. And a few days ago, I had a dream about one of my friends that I played soccer with and grew up with, basically, in high school.
Damn, you've been dreaming lately.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyways.
His name is Daniel Silva. And I don't dream. You know I don't dream.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. And I had a dream that, I don't know if something weird happened or he was in some sort of danger. I don't know. There was something that kind of triggered the memory of him in my head, you know, at night. And I was just I woke up very confused, you know. I'm like, why did this guy just pop out of nothing, you know? So I, you know, the days go on. This was a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. And then we go to church and I see Danielle there with this girl.
Oh.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? You know, this is so...
Yeah, because you hadn't seen him in years.
I hadn't seen him in years, yes. And it just pops up, you know, like right in front of me. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, no, I approached him and I was just like, hey, how you doing? You know, I hope you're doing good and whatnot. And I was just like, I got to tell you something. I'm not going to tell you here because it's crazy because they were throwing people up in the air. Like this shit got wild that night. Shit got wild. They were like fucking raving basically at church. This guy fucking landed so wrong.
Yeah,
he just got up
that's
and
dangerous.
It was giving me anxiety. I don't know if I'm just too old for this shit or it was giving me anxiety. Like on the edge, there was this pillar that had like a jagged, you know, corner.
Yeah. And
they were kind of close to it. I'm like, someone could easily like fucking clap their head there. Yeah, just rajársela, you know?
Yeah.
But it was just kind of a crazy night. And then I saw him there and it's just kind of like, I was just like, hey man, just be careful, you know? I don't know why. Oh,
you told him about your dream?
I was like, I didn't tell him, but I was just like, just be careful tonight, man. Just take it easy, you know? Because I really don't know, but it felt like something, you know, like some sort of need to tell him.
To like protect.
I don't know. I fucking don't know, man. I was really confused.
Damn, you don't dream, but when you dream, it's intense.
It's like, it's like a part of my whoever else I am when I sleep, you know, unconscious self comes out and speaks to me. I don't know. I had another dream the other day too, but I don't want to talk about it on the podcast because
you need to write it.
I need to write it. Yeah, I need to write it because it's a crazy story.
Yeah,
I told my coworkers, and I'm just like, it's because I was like, before I went to sleep, I'm like, how cool would it be to fucking go to sleep and dream of a movie, and then you can write it, and then it's so yours because it's just your fucking
purely
dream.
your subconscious.
Exactly right, and how cool is it for some people to be able to do that kind of thing, like Stephen King, you know, or something like that, where they dream something and they just fucking write.
Oh, is that his thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think come on, what's the name? The one with, uh, come on, you can't escape. Here's Johnny. With the one with Jack Nicholson. What's the?
Don't talk to me about movies. You already know.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Where there's two twins.
Look it up. Or look it up really fast.
Yeah. Let me look it up. I don't have a.
You can't use the laptop?
Yeah. Let me look it up.
Because it's gonna.
I should know this. What the fuck? Come on, really? I am pissed off right now. My brain. I'm too high. I'm too high to fucking think. The Shining. The Shining. The Shining. Yeah. Yeah, The Shining. There it is.
Okay.
The Shining. Yeah.
That was a dream.
Yeah. Apparently, he spent a night at the hotel here in Colorado.
Colorado Hotel.
I don't know what it's called. That
okay.
hotel. I can't remember the name of the hotel. It has a very famous name.
I know Colorado Hotel is very famous, but
so he spent the night there, and he had this weird kind of experience there. Ooh. And he wrote it. He wrote it there.
Interesting.
What's the name of the fucking hotel? Let me see. It should be here. The Shining
Hotel. Oh, there's a fly in here.
Let me see. What the fuck is it called? I was gonna say like the Bates Motel, but Stanley Hotel.
Oh,
that,
Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley Hotel. Yeah. Or is it? I can't fucking find it. Yeah, so I think it is the Stanley Hotel.
All right.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but you need to write it.
Yeah, it was cool.
Not one for the podcast, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. Moving on. I did you hear about what happened to Sha'Carri?
I don't know what that is.
Richardson.
Or who is that? Oh,
Sha'Carri.
Oh, the
I said it weird. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's because I don't know how to say her name. It's like two words, but it's
the runner, right?
One whole name.
The runner.
Yeah, the runner. The sprinter.
Yes.
The sprinter.
Yeah. The one that got banned from the Olympics.
Yeah, recently.
For smoking a little pot.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
That's some bullshit.
Just that. Yeah. That's a bullshit, man.
Okay. No. Even if it was just her smoking weed and that's it, like who cares? But her mom passed away.
Yeah, it was her way of coping. That's what she was saying.
It's legal. Yeah,
she did it in Oregon in, I think, or no, she raced in Oregon, Eugene, Oregon.
Okay.
And she won. It was kind of iconic, you know. She was all over the news because of her image, you know. She was kind of
lashes,
nails done, you know, and makeup and great hair.
Yeah.
And just fucking is annihilating on the 100-meter dash. And I don't know, just recently came up that they did a doping test on her, and she came out THC positive.
But why do they think that's
in a higher level?
A drug enhancement. It's, if anything, it's a deterioration of what your body can do.
It's very weird, the whole thing. Like, it's like how, if anything, it takes away.
Justice for Sha'Carri.
Yeah. Justice for her, yeah.
It's messed up.
And
rest in peace to her mom.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how she passed away, but
me neither. No, it was, her story is kind of crazy, I believe. Yeah, her mom passed away, and she just she went through I guess a depression. It sounds like some sort of thing that was hard for her to deal with, and she decided to let go through smoking, which we know that smoking has a lot of therapeutic aspects to it, not just negative. And now she's being blamed, you know. If I can play devil's advocate a little bit, I would say that because you are running for the Olympics, it's kind of an organization, you know, so you represent it, and in that sense, they can create whatever the fuck rules they like, you know, and if for whatever reason that's it, like, you have to play, you know, because you're paying. It's like working for a job, you know. If they tell you need to wear suit and tie, you need to wear suit and tie, you know. And there is laws, you know, and this is in quotation, that they respect, because I really don't know. I think there's a lot of shady things that happen, and a lot of people are saying, but Michael Phelps did it, but I read an article that he did it in a time period, because they based it off of time.
Okay.
Where he did get a backlash too. He did get a lot of backlash, but they are saying that why didn't he get banned? Why didn't he, because he did it in a period where it was
allowed, kind of, in a way, like a loophole.
Yeah, basically. So they're trying to say that it's, a race thing. They're trying to do, there's a lot of things, theories coming out. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's just, if you're working, because you are working, you're representing some entity, if they told you you can't do that, you have to respect, whether you believe or not, and justice for her, whatever that justice might be. She is human. So, and she posted that on her Twitter, actually. And yeah, stop fucking holding
Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
Stop holding people so,
stop being so fucking uptight.
Yeah, like, well, and then the expectations too, like, bro, she's still a fucking great runner.
Yeah.
Like, if she decides to fuck up her life smoking, and not being number one, that's on her. That's on her, solely on her. And you don't have to follow that. You could just say, what? I think companies like Nike are like cool with it too.
Oh, I don't know anything about that, but they should, like,
because I think they sponsor her. But I think they know where the world is going, where it's more liberative, I guess, in a way, and more representative, I would say, even.
Yeah.
And obviously there's pros and cons to that, but they see where that's going, and obviously they're thinking about people's pockets,
That too.
So
always.
Yeah, it's not always just the surface, there's always something behind it. So yeah, great runner. I saw her run a couple times on TV when when she was trying to qualify, and she fucking killed it. She fucking killed it every time. These sprinters are just amazing. It's fucking, they're like, just amazing runners.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy how much speed they pick up, and the U.S. is known to be one of the top tiers, in track and field, and all this Olympic types of sports, for lack of a better description, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, justice for her, whatever that ends up being. I think she's not gonna be able to run, sadly.
Yeah.
Because I don't fucking care. People shouldn't care that much. I understand if it's steroids, you know what I mean, like an actual enhancer.
Yeah.
Something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not an enhancer.
But it's just fucking weed, man.
Yeah.
There should be more leniency, and acceptance.
Well, like you said, that's where the world's going. We're gonna be progressive. I mean, hopefully, if we live long enough.
If we live long enough, yeah. But yeah, that's the whole situation with her. So it's it's interesting and very, I don't know, there's just a lot to it. We can't just compare either. It's not good to compare. Everything is very unique. Every situation is very unique. Her situation is very different than Michael Phelps. Very different. And if you disagree, go fucking read. Go read the articles. Very different. So it's just, sadly, if you're in the game, you have to play the game. And if the big bosses say that this is how it is, you have to respect that, because obviously it's the way they want it. It's not right. And if you don't like it, don't participate it. That's also a thing. You could also just say, no, fuck that. I don't want to represent something that's unjust or that doesn't represent people the way they should.
Mm-hmm.
So that's there's that also. And then I guess to finish up, we wanted to talk about the shyness spectrum.
Oh, yes, because we were talking about yesterday. You're like, I'm kind of shy. I was like, I don't think you're shy in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought about it more further, because I think you're very sociable. You go up to people that you don't know, and you start talking to them. If you're just recently introduced, you automatically are talking to them. but you are shy for some things.
Yeah, yeah. And we were talking about how we think of shy as just one specific type of shy, you know,
Yeah.
one expectation.
Sociable or not sociable.
Exactly. That's what defines shyness.
Yeah.
When in reality, shyness itself is like kind of like this gradient, you know, this spectrum.
Yes.
You know, and yeah, I'm very shy in a lot of things. I don't like, you know. I'm not as comfortable with certain situations as some other people might be, you know, and I feel like there's some situations that you're completely cool with, you know, that I'm just like, I don't know, it feels weird, you know.
Yeah.
And it feels weird because they tell you, it's only weird if you make it weird, you know.
Whoa.
This guy really weird. No.
No.
But you know what I mean? Like, there's things that I'm just like shy about. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, and I genuinely am. It's hard for me to like, out of respect, you know, I guess.
I just don't think being the word introvert and the word extrovert, that's not enough for me. You can't just categorize into two. That doesn't. Because you can't be all, well, I mean, there's people who are hella introverted, but there's people that are introverted for some things and not so much for some either.
Yeah. And then what's funny in how that sometimes applies is because, or how that applies sometimes is like, you meet someone that doesn't talk to anybody, and then they vibe with you, and then they're they're so goofy, they're just this different whole person.
Yeah.
So are they really an introvert?
I know,
you know
exactly,
what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just they're sociable. They just require a type of person.
It also changes throughout time, because I used to identify myself as an introvert, but now, like, growing up, kind of experiencing different things, different places, different experiences, I don't really identify with that as much. I'm kind of somewhere in between.
I feel like you're in the solid middle.
Yeah.
Like, you transition. But
I cracked my shell a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh yeah, crack your shell.
Yeah.
That's what's posted up there.
Yeah.
With me, it's like the other way around. Like, I put this persona that I'm just like, yeah, you know, like, yeah,
let's get it.
Let's get it. But in reality, I'm just like, I'm fucking tired.
Yeah,
man.
actually.
I want to be like just chilling out.
That's very accurate.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do love hanging around with my friends.
Yeah.
You know, and I love being sociable. I like talking to people and getting to know people as well.
Yeah.
You know, so that could see me as, no, you're a total extrovert. What are you talking about? I'm like, no, sometimes I don't like big gatherings. Like, I don't like quinceañeras that much.
Yeah.
You know, like, I could care less.
It's all about your surroundings.
Yeah.
Plus, people there's different versions of yourself, so people don't get to see all versions of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just get to see. Obviously, I'm in an environment at a club. Obviously, I'm gonna be
acting different
with a couple drinks. You know, a little togi on. You know, little toki song on. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be a different dude. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a different dude. But always, I feel like I am different, but always maintain, you know, the same ideology
of course.
in itself. You know, I'm not just
it's just a different side, not person necessarily, just a different side of you.
And you've definitely are finding out sides about me that you probably hadn't seen. You know.
Yeah.
And now that you moved into.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully, I don't kill you, babe.
We were talking about. Oh, you reminded me. That scared me because.
I'm sorry. That
no.
Not mean, that was for the sake of the joke.
I know. It just reminded me.
You just got quiet and you got all
of this dream that I had that someone was stalking me.
Oh yeah. We were talking about this last night, right?
Yes, it was scary. Like, they were following me around for weeks and weeks. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. So I called the cops. I was like, hey, someone's been stalking me for like the past few weeks.
And this is their dream.
Yeah.
Their dream.
And then I gave them the description and blah, blah. And then this part doesn't even make sense, but they're like, oh, you have to give the description of them from like a few months ago. I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't even make sense. Like,
a few months ago?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, I don't know. He
I
had
don't
a
even know
5
what
o'clock
that-
shadow. The dude looks like he shaves every Thursday night. What the fuck do you want me to tell you? I don't know him. I just saw the fucking dude.
Yeah. And then they're like, sorry, we can't help you. And they hung up on me.
Interesting.
But you were saying too that we were saying that a good stalker, if they're a good stalker, you'll never find out that you have a stalker.
Yeah, that's what's crazy about those fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a stalker, that a good stalker they'll know everything, or not everything, but they'll know a lot of things about you.
Yeah, your routine.
But you will not know that they are stalking you. Yeah.
Plus, this day and age, it's kind of easier to stalk someone.
Yeah, you put yourself out there,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah. Tits and everything.
Yeah, basically.
Put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous. It's dangerous. The other day I was going to the club, and it's downtown, so it's a little sketchy, you know, and I see just women walking, you know, and I'm obviously walking behind them because I'm going to the club, you know, but I just
you sense them kind of.
I just feel so bad, you know, that they have this fucking like trigger, you know, like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest fear, just being alone in public.
It's awkward even for me,
especially at
you know?
night.
Like,
I'm just terrified.
Yeah, it's awkward even for me, you know, like I'm just like, should I keep my distance, you know, but that seems weird, you know, and then I almost wanted to be like, ma'am, I'm so sorry if I scared you tonight, like that was not my intention.
Oh yeah.
Like
when you scared that lady on accident a few days ago. When you knocked on when you were trying to get into.
Oh yes, that
I don't know if you want to talk about it.
We can. Okay. I mean, it was the stupidest thing.
It was
ever.
Innocent.
Yeah, it was very innocent. Like I was doing laundry, and we live on the 3rd floor. I made my way, and I was on FaceTime too, so I wasn't really paying attention. And I was on FaceTime with my brother, and I'm doing a laundry load, and so it's like the 1st floor is almost like a basement, you know. So I went through one side of stairs, and then I went to another one thinking
it was the 3rd floor.
It was the 3rd floor. And I'm talking to my brother, and I'm like jiggling the door, and I'm like, oh fuck, I think I locked myself out. What the fuck, you know? And then all of a sudden this lady comes out. She doesn't come out, but she's, you know, she shouts. She's like, who is that?
Did she sound older? Or was
she sounded like middle age, like 40s.
Aww.
And she was like, who's that? And I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am. Like from the other side of the door, I'm like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I got the wrong door. I feel so fucking bad.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what if she was taking a shit? You know, like, and I just ruined her shit.
Vulnerable time.
Yeah, I caught this woman in the most vulnerable time, and I don't know if she was taking a shit or not, but she sounded scared, and I felt so bad. I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm just fucking, I'm stupid, I'm dumb. I went to the 3rd floor, and the door was completely fine. yeah, really embarrassing.
Damn, how are we on time? I feel like we went past. What time are we at?
We are at 1:12.
Oh, okay, not too bad.
No. Do you want to continue talking about the shy spectrum a little bit more, or?
If you, I have my piece on it, but if you want to keep talking about it,
do you think we elaborate on it? Yeah, we were just talking about how the shy spectrum it's not just this black and white kind of thing, you know. It's more of a gradient within the umbrella of shyness, you know, what it means to be shy. You could be shy for a lot of things. You could be shy in sex.
That's true.
You know, you could be shy in sex, but not performing in front of a stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I think we're all a little shy.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Shyness, I feel like it's kind of a very noble trait in a way.
Yeah.
You know, because
just try to get out there a little bit, experience new things.
Yeah. We're out there we should be out there at least to help each other out and love each other and accept each other, not necessarily to try to fight.
Yeah.
You know, which I don't know why people fight, but I understand, but they shouldn't get to that point.
The last time I went to church, I almost got my shit rocked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on accident. I wasn't the one that I wasn't in the beef, but these two guys started fucking fighting. And
You're a bystander.
Yeah, I was a bystander, and this guy fucking swung so hard, and he was so close to me, and my cousin pushed me out of the way. But if he didn't, like, I would have gotten hit.
You had gone with your cousins?
Yeah, it was a Denver trip with the cousins.
Damn,
is that not working?
Yeah, it's kind of. I don't know. I don't know if it's out of. It was lighting up just fine yesterday.
What 200 pesos will buy you in Mexico, y'all? It's like $10.
It's like the gas is not good.
It's cute though.
Yeah, it's cool. How I got this cigar my brother and I went to because of Cruz. She invited us to her, where she works. It's a brewery,
Mm-hmm.
really nice brewery actually.
We should go sometime. I want to go.
Yeah, it's a nice brewery over there in Thornton. No,
Yeah.
Brighton. What the fuck am I saying? Brighton. And yeah, she's like, yeah, we're gonna have cigar tasting and whiskey.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so she invited us, and I got to their place, and I was just like, hey.
Shout out to Cruz.
Yeah, shout out to Cruz. We need to have them soon.
I know. Maybe next week.
Yeah. And I got this one. My brother got one that was a little more tobacco-ish.
Okay.
You know, this one is actually a very... it's like a $30 cigar, so it's nothing crazy. Or $20 cigar. It's nothing crazy. But it tastes good. It's like a plum.
Oh.
So it's actually kind of sweet.
Okay.
Sweet. Yeah, you puff it, and it's kind of like a sweet nicotine, kind of like a very archaic vape, almost. So it has that taste to it. So it's really good. It's really good.
We were smoking menthols in Vegas. Because my cousin was like, it's been a long time since I had a menthol.
A menthol.
Yeah.
That's a very, 90s thing to do.
Yeah, so I was fucking drunk. I was like, fuck it. For some reason, when you're drunk, I feel like, at least me personally, sometimes I'm like, I want a fucking cigarette.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Those are the vices of life.
Yeah.
Vices go well together.
Yeah, no, true.
Vices go well together sometimes, yeah. And alcohol and the cig, it's,
Yeah.
I don't like cigarettes as much. I like
I've had a cigar
cigars.
once in my life.
I like cigars and honestly other products too.
Gonna get a Cuban cigar one day.
I mean, those are, if I got a legit one, that would be legal.
Legal?
Illegal.
Oh,
Yeah,
still?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
I think so. Yeah, it might still be illegal.
Well, let's go to Cuba.
I would love to go to Cuba.
That'd be fun.
That'd be so fucking great. That'd be great. I would love to. They have great food. I've been to Florida, and I've tasted a little bit of Cuban food. And
If you had the ability to travel internationally, what country would you go to first? Except for maybe Mexico, because I figured that's probably the first one you would want to go back to your,
yeah, I would
home
love
state
to go visit.
yeah, but besides,
what would be my next trip?
Yeah.
I think I'd definitely. That one's a tough one.
Yeah.
I think it would be someplace in Italy, like Naples or.
Yeah.
Yeah, just very intrigued by the culture over there, and then just kind of start making my way. I would do a way down onto the tip of the boot, and then I would jump into the
Sicily.
Sicily, and then I would jump into Africa, the African country,
okay.
and then I would go to Marruecos and then Ethiopia, all those countries there. Indulge in their food and their culture, and then I would make my way around to the Canary Islands, part of Spain, and then I would jump into Spain, actual Spain, and then I would just make my way up to France.
It sounds like you need to take a cruise.
It sounds like it, yeah, de puerto a puerto.
Fuck, I'd be so
From
scared
port to
on a
port.
boat. I don't know if I could do it for that long.
It's beautiful water over there too, because it's literally the
yeah.
Mediterranean Sea.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I'm just so fucking terrified of water.
Yeah. If you're gonna find some bullshit, it's gonna be over there for sure. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Some bullshit?
Yeah.
What do
like
you
some marine crazy animal.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Like I would expect in the warmer side of things, but I don't know, mate. Also in the cold side. They keep finding weird ass fucking fish.
Well, most of the
coldest
ocean
depths.
is undiscovered.
Yeah.
It's a whole other world down there.
Yeah. It's literally, there's so many caves, there's so many
Oh my god. I'd be thinking it'd be so cool to scuba dive, but I need to learn how to swim.
Yeah. I'm not the greatest swimmer either. We need to learn.
Yeah.
The
Cool.
fucking swimming pool's not open yet.
I know.
Or maybe it is. We just haven't checked.
I don't know.
Well, with that, I guess we can wrap it up.
All right.
What's your bop for the week,
So,
or bops for the week?
I have gotten permission to recommend an album, and it will be Doja Cat's new album, Planet Her.
Planet Her.
Yes,
That's what it's
Planet
called.
Her. She has a lot of good features on that album. She has Ariana Grande, The Weeknd, Young Thug, Eve.
Young Thug.
Yeah.
Is there a song in particular that you vibe with?
I like I Don't Do Drugs, and that's the one with the feature with Ariana Grande. I also like
oh shit, that was why I held too fucking hard on that one.
I like Get Into It Yeah as well. I feel like that's a very hype song.
Get into what?
Get Into It Yeah is what it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was only 2 songs on that whole album that I didn't enjoy, so go check it out. That tamarindo
Yep, I'm having
with
tamarindo.
the cigar.
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
Weirdest fucking combination. With your Red Bull.
I'm like an old guy.
What's going on?
I'm just getting old again.
Yeah, but go check out Planet Her. It's a really good album. I've been streaming that shit for like the past week now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On repeat.
Yeah. What about you?
Fuck, what are they? It's a Russian band with a weird name. Actually, similar to Doja Cat. It's
Okay.
Molka Dot. Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
I had it. I can't remember the name. Let me look it up real quick. And if I can't find it, I'll post it.
Yeah. Either way.
It's this cool Russian band that has like a synthesized kind of vibe.
Oh, cool. Like a synthesizer?
Yeah.
Oh, I love those.
Like very 80s melancholic.
Cool.
I can't remember the name. They have a weird name. Yeah, they have a weird name. But I'll post it.
Okay.
Yeah. I should have written.
And you'll add it to the playlist?
Yeah, I'll add it to the playlist along. I still need to add the previous one, which is Raul Alejandro.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know if I should put the whole album or I should only do like the
pick. I feel like
pick
a few
the songs that I
yeah.
vibe with, you know.
Yeah.
I also, and then I'll do the same for Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Doja Cat. So that was the section. What's your bop? Babe, to finalize, do you want to say your social media or anything like that?
No, I don't really. No, I just use TikTok. If you want to follow me on TikTok, that's fine. But I don't really post much.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what my username is, but I'll tell you it.
Okay. Yeah. You guys can find these clips or full podcast on YouTube, and on my Instagram page, Derek Mayo 92.
It felt good to be back.
Yeah. It's good to have someone to fucking talk to. You know.
It's been fucking talking
great.
to a camera.
Yeah. Well, 2 people. I believe there's watchers out
He's
there,
fucking crazy.
stalkers out there.
Oh.
Well, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Yelking Around.
Thanks, guys.
I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Whenever this decides to post, probably soon. So listen to it. Click everything. Subscribe. You know, if you're watching, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Go on and hit that bell, boy.
Oh, Lord.
Go on. Thank you so much, and see you next time.
Bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.